Hi everyone, I'm Fuuldrin and welcome back for a new video about World of Tanks. So today it's all about the E-50, a tier 9 German medium tank. It's my first or second game with this tank with the all packs. I mean, I have finally the last gun, but it was already fun with the previous gun, so I really enjoy playing with this tank. Unlike its predecessor, the Panther II, which annoyed me to a very high extent, even when it was full. The problem with the Panther II is that it's not really meant for close range because you don't have a good mobility to escape any tricky situation, you don't have any armor to deflect shells, and it's not also meant for long range because the gun is highly inaccurate. I mean, it states that the Panther II gun has a very good accuracy. It has, you can see the circle being quite small. However, the game doesn't tell you that it has very poor dispersion values, which means that all of your shells will deviate in the border of your circle, and it's quite annoying when you want to target weak spots. Anyway, the E-50 is much better. It's faster, it's more maneuverable, much more maneuverable when it's full. The gun is accurate and you have also good dispersion values. You have better armor. The value is not really good, however it's sloped, so as long as you angle your tank properly and you make sure that people don't shoot at you from higher ground, which would nullify the sloping frontal armor, you'll be fine, you will bounce a lot of shells. Another quality of this tank is a combination of very good top speed and weight, which means that you can do some nice ramming kills. This is actually the reason why I bought this tank, because I have plenty of good medium tanks. I have the Patton, I have Russian medium tanks as well, but this one has this particularity of being able to deal insane amount of damage when you ram people, and it's the same apparently from what I've heard for the E-50M, so I'm looking forward to that as well. I usually don't ram people, and there's one achievement for ramming 2 enemies and survive, and this was the last achievement that I was missing. And believe it or not, but in my first game with this full E-50 I just popped the achievement. Coincidence? I don't think so. It's really an amazing tank. So we are playing on highway. It's a domination, which means that most of both team will just rush the cap circle. And what I like to do in this configuration is rush their spawn, because as you can see, we surprise the artillery very early, so it's always a pleasure to kill them. Especially because right now there's an operation that encourage people to play with American artillery, so now they are already dead, and we have a possibility to flank them. This game has barely started and it's almost over. We're winning 10-3 and they are completely surrounded, so now it's just a matter of who's getting the last kills. I will probably make another video about the E-50 because right now we just see him for a couple of minutes. Here, that's the first ramming kill. And well, even it was extremely enjoyable, it was more like a fun battle to display rather than a highly strategical battle, or one which would include a lot of tension. No, here it was just steamrolling over the enemy team. So I promise I will make another video about the E-50. I really like this tank and I'm pretty sure I will find another battle to show. So against tier 9 and 10 I would recommend at the beginning of the game to stay at a long distance and use your highly accurate gun and decent armor to protect yourself. And if you're playing against tier 7, 8 and some 9, I would recommend to push more aggressively You can do a little bit of side scraping, but not too much, like very low angle, and just get close, ram where you can, and your armor will do the trick, especially if you can hide the lower glacis. And that's it, finally, the second ramming kill. So that's a victory. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.